We believe in low-code solutions to overcome business challenges. Our longtime OutSystems partnership speaks for that. With a global presence that brings knowledge and experience to your doorstep, we offer the best end-to-end solutions for your business needs. Are you ready to take your business to the next step? Reach out and let's make it happen.
So hello everyone, and thank you for joining us in this breakout session. My name is Barbara Blanco. I am Director of ITSNS at NTT DATA Chile, and today I'm pleased to share this space within this great event where we will talk with Eduardo Romano, Head of Digital Channels IT at Entel Chile and Peru. Welcome, Eduardo. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation, by the way.
That's great, Eduardo. I know you have an excellent presentation for us today, so I will leave you this space just for you so you can show us everything you bring today. So I will say goodbye for a few minutes and come back later.
Thank you, Barbara. Let's move on. So welcome everyone. As Barbara was introducing myself, my name is Eduardo Romano. I am the low-code expert and head of digital channels, and I will bring you today what is our journey on our company, Entel. So, as I said, Entel is a telco company. We have been pleased to help millions of customers. And we have been customers of OutSystems and implementing projects in OutSystems for the last 5 years now. And this is a little bit of that story, what I'm going to present to you. At the end, we will have this opportunity to share with Barbara Blanco a few more details and, of course, to answer to some of the questions that you might have. Let me explain you what is our portfolio of applications. And picking from one of those applications we have been developing, one of the great stories we have to share with you. So, as I said, Entel is a telco company. We have operations both in Chile and in Peru. We have roughly 24 applications developed and maintained by squads in Chile and Peru. We typically try to have squads of people that are mixed countries so that we can bring the cultural and the local expertise into the applications and the ecosystems, and as much as possible, as much as our regulators and our legislation allows, to have a single application that can support both countries. On those 24 applications I've mentioned to you, There are two applications, mobile apps, by the way, that are our B2C, our customer apps for self-service. The Chile and the Peruvian applications are slightly different. So are our customers, and so is our market, so that we have to support different flavors of the products we sell and support. But going to explain you, or I will go to explain you a little bit of the roadmap of these applications, especially the application in Peru. We have started our journey back in 2015, sorry, with the launch of our first mobile app. It was not an OutSystems app. It was a Java, high code, typical app that we have developed ourselves, homegrown, interfaced and connected to our backend systems. It was a good experience. Nevertheless, it was something that we needed to expand in terms of functionality, some issues with resilience, some issues with performance, but it was a time to learn. And back in 2016, we've decided to create the first offers in the first agile methodology. So basically, we've moved the governance model into a squad model, where we started having, the POs and the Scrum Masters and the developers and the tech leads and all of that. And the first step we did towards this new app, still on high code, was to allow customers to have profiled offers. So basically, we've selected the customers we wanted to target, and we've offered products and services specifically addressing some of those customer segments and needs. That was a good success, and actually the number of users increased from around 155 to 255,000 customers, monthly users. In 2018, 2019 was when we first acquired OutSystems, the platform. We knew we needed to do something different, faster. We knew that there will be requests for growing the platform, for having more functionality into the platforms. And we looked for alternatives to faster develop this application. And we came across OutSystems with an evaluation of OutSystems, basically using customer references, using other means of doing this technical evaluation. And we were at the time very happy with the fact that there was a solution, a framework out there that helped us exploring and expanding the applications we were developing. So 2018 was the first kickoff of the solution. We developed the first app, the mobile app in version 3.0 in OutSystems, and altogether we've experienced and shared with customers a full different digital experience. So we brought concepts such as benefits of customers that would be using the app and wanted to adhere to the self-service. We wanted customers to actually be able to be self-service instead of getting into a store, a physical store, or even calling the call center. And this was a pivotal moment where OutSystems brought all of that and brought us the opportunity to expand that functionality I was talking about. Well, and in 2019, 2020, you know what happened. So basically, COVID and the pandemic boosted the need for being self-assisted as customers, and we brought what we call the 4.0 version of the app. Of course, entirely developed in OutSystems, and with some personalization or customization to the customer segments we were dealing. So basically, there's a flavor for mobile users, there's a flavor for internal home users like fiber users or any other plan like the TV plan, etc. And a single app was actually developed for addressing all those customer types. At this time, we were already with around 1.5 million active users monthly, which is a significant number of users, of course. But we were striving to more and to get more. And by the end of 2021, beginning of this year, that's 2022, we've reached the mark of 2.1 million active users a month, which is a fantastic story. And this is Chile alone, and I'll give you some more data, but this is Chile alone. In Peru, we are also doing our developments of the same app or the sister app of Chile, and we've reached the mark 2 months ago of 1.8 monthly active users, which is also fantastic, specifically on a market where it's more of a prepaid telco services rather than a subscription based. And we are now working on what we call the 5.0 version of the app, where we are addressing what we call the hyper customization, so allowing the user to actually decide upon which type of information he or she will be seeing on a screen when logging into the application. And we have incremented our innovation by adding some wow effects, which I will not talk to you about unless in the presence of my lawyer. But we will definitely show up with some more, goodies and interfaces with other subsystems and other partners in our ecosystem, which is something that we are looking forward. So 5.0 will definitely address what we will be needing for this and next year. And along with that, there's a few changes as well on our governance model, which will definitely accelerate the go-to-market, which is basically what we are trying to achieve with this mobile app. Also very, very pleased to say that Entel app is the second most downloaded mobile app in Chile. So, cross industries, which is fantastic because it's the #1 telco application being downloaded in Chile. And that means more than 10 million downloads accumulated, which basically stands for half of the population of Chile. Well, we just showing you some OKRs that we keep a track on because it's really relevant in order to be able to do the changes and progress and evolve with this app. We keep track of some OKRs, and some of those OKRs or KPIs are really, really important to us. I will start with digitation, which is basically the digital penetration of our customers. So right now we are bordering the 55, so more than half of our customers are being self-serviced by the mobile app, which is an outstanding number, given the fact that in these markets, not everyone actually owns or is able to own and buy a smartphone. The second OKR we keep track on is our EPA or our NPS, which is the satisfaction index for our customers. Reaching the bar of 75 on an EPA by all means is a fantastic record, but we will try to strive for more. We listen. We have a continuous process to listen to our customers. We pop up some questionnaires, satisfaction indexes. We do surveys all of that, and specifically we try to reach out to our customers and try to understand what is it that they would like to see in their daily usage of the mobile app. Payments and recharges are two very important OKRs for a telco. So payment stands for the percentage of payments that are payments of invoices that are being done through the app. So we're reaching almost 50% of the invoices are being paid through the app, which is also fantastic. And recharges are for those prepaid cell phones where people have to recharge their gigabytes or their data plans. And having a mark of 25%, 24%, sorry, is really important. Some room to progress there, but I think we're on the right track. Also, the app at the beginning was developed in order to, as I said, self-service the customer for typical daily activities or weekly activities a customer might need to do using the app. But we've also found that the app is one of the best vehicles for allowing customers to access our stores and to buy products. So basically, it was our best growing, fastest growing sales channel, more even than the stores, as we've reached the maturity on the stores for selling data plans and cell phones and extras, accessories. And with these KPIs, we have been able to grow, as you can see, from a very shy number back in 2019 to a fantastic 7.5% of all sales of the company through this mobile app. Very happy with these numbers. Of course, looking for more, looking for alternatives to actually be able to increment and cross-sell and upsell to our customer segments, but definitely on the right track here. So giving a double click on what will the 5.0 version of OutSystems based app bring us to Entel. Definitely a better digital experience. So digital first is what we look for. We want the customer to be self-sufficient, autonomous on end-to-end journeys, where he or she can actually be able to have a full digital experience and with a fantastic and wow effect digital experience. That's one of our major milestones, one of our major targets, and I'm sure OutSystems will bring to us many options to improve that digital experience. Personalized experience is also something that we want to address. So we want customers to feel treated individually, so that each customer can actually decide upon which information is more relevant. It is not the same if you're a mobile customer or a home customer, or even on mobile if you have a multi-plan with your family plans included into the overall plan, or if you're a single individual, or if you're an employee of a company using a cell phone. So it's completely different profiles, and we want to help our customer to actually be able to decide which is the information they will have access to. Always working on innovation. So we want to have our research team, which is a research team that is shared with our network people, but also with our IT people, working on different solutions. And for that, we of course look at not only telcos abroad, where we could benchmark our competitors locally or abroad, but also other industries. There is so much we can learn from other industries that we are trying to incorporate this type of innovation or new journeys into the mobile app. Nothing is done unless you measure it. We all know that. So digital analytics is key to us, it's paramount to us. So we definitely need to keep on tracking more and more behaviors of customers, more information. And over that data, we are gathering and applying data analytics policies and ways of extracting more information out of that digital analytics or that data. It is in our industry. It is what is most valuable from the apps. So patterns, types of consumptions, how seasonal is, for instance, some of the products we sell, etc., etc. And we compute that and we bring that into the experience of the customer as well. And last but not least, as any other company, we have to be profitable, so we have to kick in on more sales, better sales, address customer needs, be able to find the best customer for the products we resell as well. So that's also something as an umbrella. This is something that we should never lose sight of. Well, this is just a glimpse of the user interface. We have been working with the best UX UI experts, not only for mobile applications, but as a total experience, especially in the omni-channel world of the customer that starts the journey in the app and then needs to or decides to go to a store or even call the call center. There are buttons and options for the customer to be dialing into cognitive-based chatbots or to IVRs or actually schedule an appointment straight on the store. So all of that omni-channel and interconnectivity between channels is really relevant, and they are present on the app today, and they will be even more present on the future version of the app. So basically, in our view, there's more convergency of the app, so meaning that all services from different types of customer segments will converge to this app, so that there's a single app in the market that will address all needs of all customers. And also, we have seen some opportunities moving forward, maybe for version 6.0, we don't know, where we need to buy, to incorporate even more components. We need to develop a model where componentized development will be accelerating future versions of the app. Use the non-invented ear syndrome, where people would like to accelerate or require to accelerate the development by having Lego type modules where you can accelerate the development of the app without having to redevelop or develop from scratch. And definitely there's a focus, and this is one of the most relevant things, is a focus on talent. Talent is something that we have been always being very, very careful with, and we want to attract and we want to retain more talent, especially talent that can work on OutSystems. I think just closing the presentation, the market will bring us. Sorry. The market will bring us many challenges. Definitely, this will be edited. The market will bring many challenges. We know that 5G standalone, so the newer versions of 5G will, post and bring to telco companies and to customers many challenges, especially in the customization of services. So 5G standalone is something that a customer can actually design as a specific and unique service for himself, herself, or for the company. We want definitely to pursue what we have been saying as turning customers into brand advocates. So definitely this is something that we are very focused on. And as I said before, the wow factor. So customers are not only looking to have the bread and butter of self-service application, they also want to be able to include integration points with other services, with other providers. They want to have, the ability to use technologies um, such as virtual reality or augmented reality. So things that we are, working on and at this moment baking it into the applications. Sorry, Barbara, you just kicked off this presentation. I would invite you to a quick question, a quick Q&A session, so that we can move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eduardo, to you. Very good presentation, by the way. I think we all of us learned a lot today. So I would like to know more about it. And I have a question for you. So could you tell me how important are the digital channels for Entel strategy?
Wow, definitely they are really important. As COVID shown us that the virtuality and the digital channels is not only a plus, is a must. So customers want to be served by digital channels, but we are very careful on the way that we know that digital channels should complement the personalized support of our customers, because we want to make sure that the customer can be served by either digital or physical channels. So it is, of course, a cost equation, because we know that digitally the customer will have means of being self-serviced in a cheaper way, but it's also the ability to serve the customer with very high standards at all times, weekdays, weekends, at any hour of the day, in any country or place he or she may be. So it's really relevant to us, of course.
Right. I can tell it is the core of your strategy, and you are actually at the cutting edge in terms of processes too. So, Eduardo, now I would like to go into some details, if it's okay with you, of course. For example, why did Entel choose to use low code, specifically OutSystems, for the digital channels development?
It's a fantastic question. I have been personally involved in developing low-code factories from its very early days, so back in 2004. And I had the chance to meet and acquire OutSystems specifically as one of OutSystems' first customers. So at the time I was running the CIO of an insurance company, and we were, I think, customer number 4 of OutSystems, so right at the beginning. The only thing I can say to you is that there is no use case that cannot be done or developed using low code. So, which is, it's fantastic to know that there are no boundaries, no limits for developing low code solutions. And what we understand from low code is that the benefits of having a faster, much faster, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times faster time to market, not only on the MVPs or the first developments, but also on keeping the lights on, maintaining the applications and evolving the applications, is definitely one of the key reasons why we've adopted low code. There are other reasons, and other reasons is because, for instance, we know that these applications we are developed in the future will or might be legacies, and we want to make sure that anyone can actually tap in and do maintenance without a very significant effort of having to learn very complex applications with very, very complex and unstructured coding. So low code help us in being more nimble, faster, and at the end of the day, cheaper.
Right, I understand that. So, because today there are many customers with both B2C and B2B approach. So, they are committed to optimizing processes at a higher speed by delivering an optimal digital experience to their customers. So, that makes sense for me too. Uh, in our order, it has been several years since you migrate your mobile application to OutSystems. So, how do you evaluate today the adoption of low code slash OutSystem in your digital channels?
Well, looking back, as I said, Entel started using low code 5 years ago, more or less. There was a learning curve for sure. A slow start. We had to train our people. Very difficult to get access to talent. Well, let's put it this way: it's very difficult to get access to IT talent worldwide. And specifically in this corner, in this region of the world, in the south of Latin America, as the growth of the demand is much higher than what the universities and other institutes are being able to generate as young talent coming to the market. On top of that, low code is definitely not as mature as it is in other regions of the world, like some European countries, the United States, or even many Asian countries. So finding talents to be able to understand, develop, maintain, architect low-code solutions is very tough for us. So we have been able to create ourselves some academies, train some talent, retain the talent. We have many actions, many initiatives in order to retain the talent. I can talk to you about a few, but definitely that's our challenge as talent.
No doubt that was a journey filled with a lot of experience, Eduardo. And by the way, a great experience that served of a learning, right, for many other organizations. So before to end this conversation and this space that has given us so much learning, I would like you to talk about the future. So where do you think Entel's digital channels are heading, and what is the role of our system and its partners, such as NTT Data, to achieve this vision?
Great question. So the digital channels will most surely accelerate even more the development, the creation, co-creation with other partners, etc. So definitely we are looking for opportunities to digitize and to improve the end-to-end journeys of our customers with a full digital approach. And that's not only mobile apps. So people tend to think that well, digitizing is creating a mobile app and going out there and trying to ask customers to use the app. It's not like that. So it's much more than that. It's the IVRs, it's the call centers, it's the chatbots, the web applications, and all of that connected and interconnected in a way that the customer will feel a omni-channel, a seamless approach of the processes, regardless of which channel they choose to be served with. So that's definitely one. And OutSystems plays a very important role in that. When we have started back in 2015, as I said, we looked at OutSystems as an opportunity. 2018. We looked at OutSystems as an opportunity to accelerate the development, but we were pretty much focused on the mobile app and pretty much focused on what we called the front-end applications. So we were looking at systems as a means of accelerating the development of front-end applications. And by front-end, I mean the digital experience, the screens. So basically, if you ask someone, the screens. And that's a very restrictive, diminished way of looking at OutSystems. Over these years, we have been working with our architects, with many other divisions of Entel, in order to see where could we use OutSystems to accelerate even more and to improve even more our journeys, and not only focused on customer journeys, so end customer journeys, but also our employees, so our only internal employees and internal users. And right now, I'm very happy to say that OutSystems has found a way of being one of the foundational technologies of Intel, and pretty much everything that we will or are developing, homegrown solutions, because we understand that those will be the ones that hold our competitive advantages, we will be developing using OutSystems. And not only front ends, so the middle tiers as well, and as well some parts or holes of back ends, so that we will, and we have already developed full stack applications in OutSystems for very niche specific systems, but also mission critical processes. And that's, I would say, our strategy for the time to come.
Great, Eduardo. Now, no doubt you share a great vision and look to the future where the role of a strategic partner is key to achieve that objective. So, Eduardo, we are coming to the end of this breakout session, but I don't want to say goodbye without thanking you for your great participation and for all the experience you share with all of us today. So thank you so much for that, Eduardo.
Oh, you're welcome. And one last word, we have been working with partners. NTT DATA is a partner of ours. We have been working with official partners of OutSystems. That is a key way of actually getting accelerated implementations of low-code factories. We couldn't do it without the partners. It would be impossible. So we have been using, and we are using, the expertise and the services of OutSystems partners. And I thank you, not only NTT DATA and of course the other partners we have been working with, but also OutSystems to push the envelope and find ways of actually creating a structured and professional approach to the partner ecosystem. That's really key to us, and please keep it going like that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your invitation, and thank you, everyone.